Shanghai. And actually, I'm going to be speaking mostly in English for this session, given that it's a test prep sort of session. So we'll just wait a little bit. It's a couple minutes before 10 o'clock.
Okay.
I'm going to move over so I'm not have so much backlights. So we'll give everyone a couple more minutes. Let me just pull up a couple more websites for you. Okay, Harry, Vincent, are you both still there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started, and if other people join, they'll just join in a little bit late. Just want to check with you. Have either of you had a chance to try any of the sample questions from the SAT-2?
No.
Okay.
No.
Hi, Sarah. I saw you just joined us. We just started about 30 seconds ago.
Okay.
So let me ask this question again for all three of you. Have any of you had a chance to try the sample questions that I emailed you on the College Board website?
Not yet.
Not yet? Harry, no?
No.
Vincent, no?
No.
Okay. Oops. Hold on one sec. Let's see. Guofei, it looks like it's trying to get on. Hold on one sec. Let me send her another invite. Give me 1 second. I'm still getting messages from her. Okay, I think she might be joining in a second. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a website with you that has a number of practice tests. I'm not going to go through, let's see, is someone else there? No. I'm not going to go through the sample questions on the College Board website because there are actually answers there already that you can try on your own and get feedback from. But there's this other website that has about 10 or 11 sample tests, all an hour long, that you can do. Okay. Sarah, are you there?
Yeah.
Hi, glad you could join us. We just started a couple of minutes ago. So I was just explaining that I'm not going to go through the sample questions on the College Board website that I emailed you. And let me also explain, I'm going to be speaking mostly in English for this session, given that it's talking about test prep. And I'm going to give you strategies that you can think about in English. I don't think it's really necessary to do this session in Chinese. So in any event, I'm going to share with you a website that gives you 10 or 11 sample tests, and we're going to go through one of them. And then when you do various sections of them, you'll be able to go and check your answers, and we can discuss things that were difficult for you. So, next question I have for you: are you aware of the format and the length of the test? Can anyone tell me what it is?
Isn't there a listening section and then also multiple choice?
It's all multiple choice, and then there are actually three sections. The first one is a listening section, where you hear a start of a conversation, and you need to figure out what is the next appropriate response. And that can be kind of tricky because that's not really something that you would ever do in real life. So we'll do some practice with that. Then the other two sections are also multiple choice. The second one is going over grammar and word usage, and it'll give you sentences with blanks, and you need to fill in the blank with the appropriate word, or in some case it might be a juicing. It might be a sentence pattern where they leave out two blanks, and you have to figure out either 因为所以虽然可是即使yeah, that sort of thing. And then the last section is a reading comprehension section. So they'll give you a number of what look like real life signs, and then ask you questions in English about them. So that's the length of the test is 1 hour only, but it's because it's timed, you have to work pretty quickly to make sure that you get through all three sections. Okay. So any questions about the format up to now?
Nope.
Okay, so let me just talk about the listening comprehension one. I said that this can be a tricky one, given that this isn't a real life situation. Okay, so but the benefit is that unlike the AP Chinese test, you'll actually have written down the answers of what will come next, and that makes things a little bit easier. So say, for example, you hear two people talking, okay, and I'll hold up person A and person B, and then I'm going to read through the possible answers that they have. So the first question would be, 请问你能告诉我图书馆在哪儿吗？图书馆吗？对，就在前头，你看见了吗？ And then the next part is that you have to pick the next four answers. So A might be 对，我听到了。B 不对，我不知道。C 哦，我看到了，就在那儿。D 图书馆是什么？ Okay, so what's going to be the right answer?
C.
B? Who says B? Any other answers?
C.
C?
C.
C would be the correct answer. Yeah. So I gave one that was fairly obvious, and sometimes they'll have an answer in there that's slightly funny, like the one that I did at the end there. Okay. So what I want to do next is just have you try this section. Give you 20 minutes or so to do this, and then I'm going to start a new hangout and invite you all back in after I share this with you. But a couple strategies while you do this, okay? First of all, you have to work quickly, because as you're listening to it, you're actually going to be bringing your headphones and a CD player, and you have to answer quickly before it goes on to the next one. So don't think a lot about this, okay? And I'm giving you 20 minutes. I'm not sure if that's the exact time, but I'll say try to do this within 15 minutes or so, and then we'll go back online to discuss what the right answers were. Okay. Second, bring a pen with you, and I'm pretty sure they won't allow you to bring in your own paper, but they should give you scrap paper. If you need to, make notes, and you'll just put like number 1, and you're going to say, I think it's either B or C, and then look at those quickly and make some notes that might help you, or you can say definitely not whatever. But don't do a lot of writing. Don't try to write down what you're hearing. Just try to process it, and then hear what you have. And then the last thing is that, like in any standardized test, once you figure out which answers aren't correct, and you think that there's a choice between two, go with the one that looks more obvious. and we'll discuss how this might be if you have trouble with some of them as you do it. But that said, the answers should be pretty clear. There shouldn't be anything really tricky where like, oh my goodness, I have no idea if it's this one or that one. The answer should be clear. Okay? Are you ready to try this?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want you to do is let me go over to the screen share, and I'll show you my screen. Give me one moment. And I'm going to show you my browser. Okay, oops, let me go to this page. If you, once we go offline, go over to, excuse me, go over to SAT2, the number 2, Chinese.com, and you'll get this page. And from what I can tell, this was a four-pay site some years ago, and then whoever designed this, I don't see a credit for it, just simply open it up for anyone to use. So don't worry about doing the user sign in or user sign up. You can just go ahead and do the practice tests. So what I want you to do is I want you to click on practice test 1, and you should see, oh, I've already gone forward a little bit. I'll push this again. You'll see this. Okay, and you'll need your headphones, and once you click the start button, you'll have these 18 questions to fill in A, B, or C with these answers. And I'm not sure if the new test, I think it may have, I'll have to go back and double check. I think there's 4 different answers, but it might be 3 for this test. I might be confusing this with the AP Chinese test, which is a similar section. Okay, so notice here that they give you 15 seconds between each answer, so you have some time to think about it, but don't get stuck. Okay, and oh, one other thing too is that if you need to go back, make a note that you want to go back and check an answer, but you may not have a lot of time to do that once you go through the entire section. Okay, so any questions about this?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to stop this this hang up for now. It's now 10:09, so I'm going to send you another invite in 20 minutes from now at 10:29, and then we'll discuss what the answers were, any that you may found wrong, and I'll show you how to find your answers once you get back online. Okay, sound good?
Okay. Do we do practice test number 1 only?
Just do practice test number 1. Skip the sample test and skip the other ones. I want all of you to do this one so we have a similar frame of reference.
Okay.
But later on, you can go back and try any of the other sample tests.
Okay.
Okay? Any other questions? Okay, so I'm going to hang up now, and I'll be back online. Well, actually, it's now 10:10, so right at 10:30. Okay, so see you all in a bit.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.